Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. And today is, guess what? Ticket time. So I go over tickets. I go over real life scenario type tickets that you will see probably in your job. You probably won't see in your job. This is part 3 of ticketing system and real life tickets that you might encounter in your job. These are experiences that I have encountered in my job because I've been in IT for over 6 years, by the way. So I've just been making real life tickets and then showing you how I do them or how it's being handled or you actually would do with these tickets, if that makes sense. So obviously, if you're new to my channel, I do IT videos, I do IT support videos, desktop support videos. I go live here as well. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way when you know that I go live. So you come and join me and then we'll do like some live hands-on training. You can ask me about your resume. You could ask me about whatever. Maybe like how am I doing or how did I get my haircut so short during this quarantine? Anyway, so and obviously please do me a favor and destroy that like button for me because people don't know who I am. People are like, who the hell is this guy with a vest? There's some random guy on YouTube with a vest. So maybe they're like, they don't know who the hell I am, or maybe people don't know who I am. So tell them about my channel. Maybe they're new to IT. Maybe they're trying to get into IT. Tell them about my channel. It's my channel. Everything I do here is free. I don't charge anything. So feel free to tell them about my channel. Greatly appreciate it. And share this with other people because some people are not tech savvy. They might not know about this channel. So anyway, so let's get into this. And as always, I share my screen. So let me share my screen with you. Give me a second. So, all right. So we're gonna do them one by one as always, and I'm gonna show you how I troubleshoot them. So the first one is an easy ticket. Some tickets you'll get is like very repetitive. Sometimes you'll get repetitive issues. Sometimes you won't get repetitive. Sometimes you get like one-off issues I have never seen before in your life. But this shouldn't be that complicated today. So let's go over ticket number 1 or ticket number 26. Obviously, you're supposed to go from bottom to top because this is the oldest one, 21. I'm gonna go from top to bottom for this one. So Adobe Icon Inbox. Can someone remove Adobe Acrobat and Focus Inbox from my Outlook? Good afternoon. So obviously, this is some request by somebody. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. So first thing you want to do is you want to figure out what they're talking about, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's so right away it's Outlook." So you want them to share the screen with you. So you do, can I get on your screen? So you do like a BumGuard, SSCM, Ivanti. I don't know what program you're using, but basically get on their machine. So now we're on their machine, and notice they have Acrobat Reader. And then can you show me what happens when you open up Outlook? Yeah, sure. I'll show you how to do it. So then they open up Outlook, and they log in, and they're like, I got this dumb Focus Inbox thing on my Outlook. And then I notice I have an Acrobat. I don't want this on my computer. So can you get rid of this? And I know you installed Adobe on my computer last week, but I don't need this on Outlook. Can you get rid of this? I'm like, yeah, sure, I could get rid of this for you. So then you go into, first thing you want to do is you want to get rid of Focus Inbox. So if you have 365, depending on the environment you're in, they'll have this inbox called Focus Inbox. So in order to fix that, you need to go into folder. I think it's view, view. And then you click on show Focus Inbox, you don't check it. And now it's back to normal. Now it's all in unread. So you get rid of this. This actually focuses on important emails that come in and out, by the way. So I like the classic all in unread. Some people do not like this Focus Inbox. So you believe it or not, I would get about 200 tickets a day about me unchecking the show Focus Inbox for users and clients in my other job, one of the jobs at work. So what we ended up doing is we ran a GPO group policy and we just removed it from Outlook itself, if that makes sense. So I got rid of that. So now they want to get rid of Acrobat. I don't want this under Outlook. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Options. I'm going to go to Add-ins. And I know it's an add-in. Why do I know it's an add-in? Because it's on the top of Outlook. So I know it's an add-in right away just by looking at it. And I know it's Adobe Acrobat. Why is it Adobe Acrobat? Because this is right here. It's Adobe Acrobat, PDF Maker, and there's an add-in right here. So you're going to go to Com Add-ins. And there's 2 different ones. So let's get rid of the Adobe Document one. It might be that one, so let's try that one first. And it doesn't seem to be that one, so let's try the other one. So maybe we have to get rid of both of them just in case, so I'll get rid of both of them. And now it's gone. Now it's completely gone. And like, okay, miss or ma'am, you should be all set. Your Focus Inbox is completely gone, and then your Adobe Acrobat tab is gone as well, and then that's it. And then you can close out the ticket. So then you basically get off the machine. Obviously, you get permission before you get in the machine, and then you close out the ticket. So you hit close, and that's it. You just close it out. You put notes on it, obviously. So if you go back to view ticket, I may have to reopen it. Maybe it will let me reopen, maybe not. So remove on unchecked Adobe plugin or add-in. And I went to focus inbox on view and unchecked it. And then that's it. Hit send and receive. So now there we go. Now we have the ticket. So now that ticket is done. All right, ticket number 2, admin rights. So we gone over this before. It's a little more complicated now. So obviously same machine. You know, I could create multiple VMs, but I just want to do it on one machine. Good morning. I have to keep installing stuff on my machine. I got approval for admin rights. Can you please give me admin rights to my computer? Also, can you add me to remote users so I could remote into my machine? So obviously this is a little more complicated because they want admin rights. So not every person or every user or every client in the environment that you work in, they are not allowed to have admin rights. But obviously Jim, he's probably a software developer, which he is. I created tickets on him today. So we want to get approval from his manager or probably your manager before you give him admin rights, and then you just give him admin rights, whoever it is, just give him admin rights. And then after that, he wants to remote into his computer. So we have to make sure that he's added to remote group users. And also we have to make sure that the remote desktop protocol or the remote desktop settings is enabled on that computer. So I'm going to show you how to do all that right now. Obviously, he does not exist on this system, but I'm just going to show you how to actually do it, if that makes sense. So you go into the computer. Obviously, you get on his computer. You tell him, can I do a screen share with you? Yes, Kevin, you can. I get on his computer, and then you go in here. And then if you go on his computer, the easiest thing to do is you hit the C Explorer, which is the folder icon down here. You literally right-click on PC. You hit Properties, and you go to Advanced System Settings. You go into Remote, and you click the Allow Remote Connections for this computer. And then what you do is you add him in here. So you look for Jim, whatever his name is, and you check for names, and you add him here. And then that's it. You're good to go after that. So that's how you would do that. So that's number 1. So you have to add him there. Step number 2 is you go into management or manage. So you right click on this PC again and you hit manage. So when you hit manage, there's this thing called local users and groups. You go into groups and you add him as an admin here. So you go to admin, administration, you put him in here, you hit okay, you hit apply, okay, and you're all set. So now he's an admin of his own computer. Sometimes you may have to log off and log back in for this to work. Sometimes it just works right away. It depends how your environment is set up, but now they have admin rights. Now you want to add him to remote desktop users. So there's a group called remote desktop users, grant users the right to log in remotely. So you want to add him to this group as well. So you add him in here, same thing, Jim, whatever his name is. And you hit okay, you hit apply, and then you're all set. And then if you really want to test it to the teeth, if you really wanted to make sure that it actually physically works, what you do is you get a spare laptop. If you have a spare laptop, you have him go into the website, the Citrix website that your company uses, and you had him click remote desktop. But before you even go into that, you connect them to a hotspot on your mobile phone. So if you have like Wi-Fi in the office and the Wi-Fi is a company Wi-Fi, it's not going to work. So you got to put them on hotspot. So you put the laptop on hotspot using your mobile phone. You have him go to the Citrix website, and then you have him click remote desktop on the laptop and have him remote into this computer. And if he's able to remote in, then he shouldn't have any problems when he works from home, if that makes sense. So if he has a laptop or a computer at home, he should be able to remote in. If that works on a laptop that's on guest Wi-Fi or a Wi-Fi that's not related to the office or company, then that means he's fully set. He should be able to log in. But also part of that, so it becomes a little more complicated, part of that is remember that he has to download Citrix Receiver on his computer. So if I was you, if I was the person that because he has to work, probably he'll work tonight or tomorrow, whatever, and he's trying to remote in, I send him an email. I send him a full-blown email, right? Like I'm showing you right now, like Outlook, let me open Outlook again. I send him a full-blown email. And, I know this is his computer, but say, for example, this is not his computer, right? I send him a full-blown email, whatever his name is, right? Whatever his name is, it could be whatever. And I say, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Jim. Can you please follow the instructions below? And you send, please download Citrix Receiver and then you go to the website. So you go into, Citrix Receiver, download. You look for the right one. It's like you have to figure out if he has a Mac machine or Windows machine. So you send him to this website. Just if he has Windows, you do this one, and then you go back into it. Go to please download at this website. You know, so it's not gonna work for me here. It's not letting me copy and paste. So you do Citrix receiver download, right? So then you go into the website. Like for some people, they're not really tech savvy. So what you do is you make a full email with them and you send it to them. Please download Citrix receiver. After doing this, go to the Citrix company website, log in with your username and password, check dual or RSA to allow the login, and then go to apps and click remote desktop. It should connect to your desktop. If this doesn't work, please contact Helpdesk or let me know. And then you do like regards, and you Kevin, and you send the email. So this is a proper way to send an email to someone that's trying to remote into their computer. That is actually a software developer. Because some of them are not tech savvy. They only know how to do coding and stuff like that. They only know how to run scripts and stuff like that. They wouldn't know how to remote in. Some of them don't know how to do that. Some are tech savvy, some are not. So you might want to give them an instruction manual. And then if you're like a smart person or smart tech, like I do this with everyone. I do this with myself and a few other people. I would save this in sent items or in a folder, and then I have this as a backup. And then if someone in the company has that same problem where they're trying to remote in, I already have something I can send them. I create like a document. So I put this in a Word document and I send it to as many users as I possibly can. That way it makes my life a lot easier, and I don't have to kill myself when I'm writing these emails. I have to keep writing the email over and over again. Instead of doing that, I just send them a Word document with screenshots and instructions on how to log into the website, if that makes sense. So that, I know that's a lot of information, but that's what I would do if that was me and I had to resolve this ticket. Just being prepared with it. So I'm going to close out ticket, and I'll put, I send him instructions on how to use remote desktop. I added him to admin group and remote group. I also tested RDP on a laptop with guest Wi-Fi. This is how I would do this ticket. I know that sounds like a lot of work. That's what I would do with this ticket. That's just the way I work. Obviously, if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. This is how I work. I try to be as organized as I possibly can, and I try to be as professional as I possibly can with these tickets. All right, so f.lux. What the hell is that? Let's look at that. Can you install f.lux on my machine? So sometimes you get these weird requests that people want certain applications on their computer. So f.lux is actually a brightness application for free. You could download on your computer, and it actually controls the brightness of your computer. And it changes the color of the computer brightness to yellow. So basically it puts a lower light on the computer, the light brightness and the light of the computer. So it allows you to sleep better at night, basically. So obviously you got to get approval for this. So you send it to your manager, you send it to HR, you send it to your manager, whoever it is that approves, you get the approval, and then you install it on the computer. So obviously if you're running SSEM, Ivanti, whatever, you basically create the package for it, and then you deploy it on that computer. So I'm going to show you what it is, just so you know what it is, because you might get a request like this. I know that sounds crazy, but you might get a request like that. So I'm going to download it right now. I'm going to run it. I'm going to install it, and I'm going to show you how it works. So basically, you could basically change the brightness. So like if you have issues with sleep or whatever, this is something that's absolutely free, and you could adjust this with brightness. So this fixes so some people are, with us at technology, or whoever works in IT, or whoever fixes computers, or whoever does finance, whatever job you work, if you see light too much in your face, you will have trouble sleeping at night. So this is a software application that allows you to sleep at night. So basically you adjust it on your computer, you close out of it, and it's down here. So if you ever want to adjust it, you could adjust the color and scheduling right over here, and you put your location where you live and everything. And based on your location, it tells you when to wake up. It tells you when the sun rises, when the sun goes down, blah, blah, blah. It gives you a bunch of options as well. So it's just something that you probably have never seen before, but I have seen in my other job, my hedge fund jobs, because some people have trouble sleeping. So they have me install this on their computer. I know you have never seen this in your life before, but maybe you might encounter it in your job. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. So, so I would put, I got approval for this. So I installed it just now. I got approval for this and installed it just now. And you hit send. You close out the ticket. All right. Now this one is really interesting. So there's another one. So good morning. I need to do trading today. I noticed I'm missing Bloomberg and they added it on Excel. Can you install it for me? So obviously, if it's a financial company, whatever company you work, if it's something that the company uses, obviously you don't need approval for it. So basically you just go ahead and download it. So what I do is you go to the company website of Bloomberg Technology and you do Bloomberg download. And I'm going to show you I'm going to show you what this is and what it does. I'm going to go and download this one. So it's always going to be the new and upgraded installation. You're going to click install and it's going to download and I'm going to show you what it does. So while it's doing that, I'm going to remove that the f.lux, whatever, just so you don't have it on this computer. All right. I'm going to show you what this does. So obviously this install takes a while, just letting you know. So you want to pick a time when they're not busy. You want to pick a time when they're having lunch, or you want to pick a time when they're able to do it. And this is something that they're using for trading. So he says, I noticed I'm missing this. Can you install it for me? So this is a trading program software that allows you to trade on Bloomberg and an application that does trading, and you're able to see numbers that go in and out with a financial. So if you work in a financial firm or a hedge fund, and if you know how to troubleshoot this and you know how to install this, basically you can make about 60 to 100K because this application is super important for the company or for the client, depending where you work. But they pay about 60 to over 100K. If you know how to troubleshoot Bloomberg, or you can work for Bloomberg Technology, which is a Bloomberg company. And I'll show you what I'm talking about right now while I'm waiting for that to install, just so you guys are aware, you know, because some people may not know this, but you definitely will like, it's something that you should probably learn, or understand how to troubleshoot, just so you know how to do it, you know. Let me see if it comes up right over here. Let's see. So Bloomberg is one of those things that pays a lot of money. By the way, it's not $1 an hour. I tell you, $60K, $30 an hour. It pays $60K or higher. So if you really want to learn something and you want to work for hedge funds, you should learn Bloomberg. I'm letting you know right now. Something that I use a lot in my job, by the way, just letting you know. All right, so let's get out of the screen and I'll show you what it does. So we're gonna install that right now. Yes. This might take a few minutes to install. That's totally fine. And this is something that the financial people use, by the way, because it helps them make money. So if you could troubleshoot an application that helps a user make money, obviously it helps you as well as an individual, as an IT support. This is like Salesforce. I don't know if you know what Salesforce is. So if you know how to use Salesforce, if you know how to use CapIQ, if you know how to use Macavicus, if you know how to use Bloomberg, any of these trading software applications, Geneva, basically this will help. This will definitely, this would definitely make money. It would definitely, you would definitely make money out of this. I'm letting you know right now. So this is private Bloomberg private IP. So some companies have Bloomberg routers. So they're Bloomberg routers specifically dedicated only to Bloomberg. And then some companies just use the regular internet. And that's it. They just connect to it. And they have a Bloomberg keyboard. So basically there's a Bloomberg keyboard that you use to log into it. I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. So you have to scan with your finger in order for you to log into that application. If you don't have the keyboard, you can't log into it. I mean, you can log into it with your email address and the code. That's the other way to do it. But this is basically what it is. I'll show you what it is. It's this one. So there's a Bloomberg keyboard. So Bloomberg has a keyboard that they use. So basically, you put your finger on it, you scan it, and you're logged into it. And then there's also Bloomberg. There's also Bloomberg to go. Bloomberg to go. Bloomberg Anywhere, and basically you log in with a key. You can log in with a basically with a looks like a wallet. It's like a key fob, whatever. And you basically you it gives you a number. You log in with that, and you log into Bloomberg. You can log into Bloomberg working remotely if you don't have a keyboard with you. So this is the other way to do it. So it's just something that I wanted to share with you because I'm not sure if anyone here works in hedge funds, but I do. I have experience. I've been in hedge funds for a while now, and I feel like you should know this if you work in hedge funds, or you might see this in your job. You work in real estate or any type of financial job. So this is why I'm going over this. So obviously you see it's very time consuming. So you want to let them know that this will be very time consuming and that it might be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It might take a little longer than that, less than that. So you want to let them know. You want to keep the user in mind when you're installing these things. You don't want to just install it on the fly. You don't want to let them know that it's going to take 5 minutes. It's not going to take 5 minutes. It's going to take more than 5 minutes. So keep that in mind when you install these things, if that makes sense. You'd be surprised, like some of these people, they're really good with Bloomberg, like really, and they're really smart with Bloomberg. So, and it does bring money to the financial firms or the financial companies. And I go over it. I know you guys probably don't need it, or you probably don't know about it, or you probably don't care about it, but it's something that I think you should know if you're trying to make money in hedge funds or you're trying to do IT support level 1 or level 2. This does pay well if you know how to do this. I'm just letting you know right now. So for people that are thinking I'm working in hedge funds, and I haven't, like, ever since I worked in hedge funds, I haven't wanted to go back. I love working in hedge funds, by the way. So then when I open it up, it will take a while to open because it's a big application. It takes up a lot of memory, by the way. So on this computer, it's like 6 gigs of RAM, right? On this computer, you're gonna need at least 12 to 24 gigs of RAM for Bloomberg because it does take up a lot of memory. By the way, look at the CPU is like spiking like crazy. So now, if you want to install the add-in, like there's a login, see, and then how do you troubleshoot it? So basically, this is the advanced options right over here. You change the adapter, you change the settings here, you hit done, and then there's also, yeah, it says verify your serial number, verify your order, verify your access key, legacy connection options, and basically here you would do is you basically call Bloomberg representative. They give you a session key, and you put in the key, the Bloomberg access key. You put the product key in there, and then it installs the serial number in here, and then they're able to log into their computer. So it's just stuff that you might want to know, might be aware of. So I just close that out. So now if you want to add the add-in, you go to Bloomberg. You go into install Office add-ins. You hit install, and then if you want to confirm that it's working, you open up Excel for them. That's totally fine. And it should be right there. That's it. It's right there. And then if obviously if you're an IT professional or someone that really cares about your job and someone that likes to keep everything organized, you just pin it to the taskbar, leave Excel there, and then they don't have to keep looking for it every time on the start menu. You open it up, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. You should be all set. Yep. So that's how you will handle that ticket. Obviously, you have to know it might take like 15 to 20 minutes, maybe more, but just let them know, keep the customer in mind because this install might take a while. So Bloomberg add-in and software has been installed. So yeah, easy ticket. And you just hit that and close it out. All right, next ticket. Anaconda install. It's me again. Jimmy again, and he has admin rights, but he's asking for help. Can you please install Anaconda on my computer? I have no idea what that is, so I'm just going to Google it. By the way, I do know what this is, but I just wanted to show you guys. So Anaconda install. So this person is probably a software developer. Obviously, if they're a software developer, you don't got to do anything. You just install it for them and get approval for it, obviously. So, and you just go here, you hit download. We're going to do the 64-bit. So they're like they're SQL developer, software developer, whatever. They need these things, otherwise they can't do their work. So by This is something that I had to do in my other job. So I worked with SQL developers, software developers. I worked with admins that do admin website changes and stuff like that. So this is something that they might be asking for. You do all users. He has admin rights, so it's totally fine. And you install it. And then see this thing here, this is path Anaconda. You wanna do this one, the one on the bottom, and you hit install. And I'll show you what it does. Obviously, depending on your environment, you might be requested to install this. You may not be requested to install this, but it's good that I go over a little bit of everything, just so maybe you might see it in your job. You might not see it in your job, just so just to have it there, so you know how to install it, if that makes sense. So just give that a second. So you see, this install takes a while, but when you're working with a software developer or someone that does SQL, whatever, they don't care. They just want it on their computer. Obviously, this is why you would give a software developer or SQL guy full admin rights, because they could do it on their own. They're tech savvy. They know what they're doing. They do it on their own. They don't really care for you to install it for them, because they pretty much know how to do it. So if you give them admin rights, they will install it on their own. They'll ask you for help for little things, like little things here and there, but not really a lot, because they know what they need they know what programs they need in order to install these things, if that makes sense. They know that they're gonna need BLP. They know they're gonna be using Python. They know they're gonna be using C++. They might ask for Notepad, Note++, Notepad++. They may ask for a bunch of other applications, but this is something that you will see in your job, by the way, if you're working with software developers. So it should be here now, and then that's Anaconda PowerShell, and that's basically what it is. So, and there's other stuff that it does. There's a Jupyter Notepad, and I'll show you the other stuff. Has a bunch of stuff here. The Spider Anaconda. Just show you what it. I'm opening it up. Just show you what it does. It's Python, by the way. I am not a Python user, but this is what they would be using, by the way. Let's dismiss. Yeah, so this is fully installed. So now you could just, create the ticket, go back to the ticket and say, this has been installed for the software developer. Because they're probably doing like database changes, or they're probably doing work for the websites of the company. So you want to make sure you install it as soon as possible. The same guy. Good morning. I'm a software developer. I need SQL on my machine in order to run database services. So same thing. You go into the website. Obviously, you'll need approval for him because he's a software developer. So you do SQL Studio download. And I'm gonna download SQL. Download this one. This is something that he may want, and he's a software developer. So like, this is stuff that you may see in your job, you may not see in your job. Like I said, you may see it, you may not see it. So let's just go over this. I have to go over this with you because you might see this in your job. I'm just letting you know right now. So it's asking me to restart his computer, which is totally fine. It's probably some Windows updates. It probably needs C++ runtime. It probably needs the C++ distribution package. I'm guessing it probably needs a bunch of C++ stuff from 2015, 2016, 2017. It probably needs net framework as well, 4.7, 4.5, 4.6. You don't know. So these are things that you might have to install for the user or the client. The software developer, you don't know. So this is why it's prompting me for restart. Probably missing some prerequisites, like free things that need to be installed before installing SQL on their computer. Yeah, so this is stuff that you might encounter in your job. FYI, just letting you know. So now it's restarting. It's installing some updates. So sometimes you will have missing app updates on a computer that work with the installation for some of these things, if that makes sense. So it might ask you to restart. It might ask you that you're missing this. Please install this before you run it. Blah blah blah. It might ask you all that stuff. So let's try running this again. Let's see what happens. Now it works. All right, install. See, now it's installing SSMS. So keep in mind, this install does take a while. But this is something that you may encounter in your job. Like I said, you may not encounter in your job. Who knows? So, and like I said, I hope these videos help you guys out in some shape or form. You know, I try to make videos that are realistic. I try to make videos that you may encounter in your job. So that's the reason why I do videos on the ticketing system, because you may encounter this in your job. You may not encounter this in your job. I don't know. Everyone's environment is different, but it's good to know about this, or it's good to learn how to install it, because you might see this in your job, if that makes sense. So, but I definitely hope that this helps you out, and at least it helps you out in some shape or form, you know? Hopefully I'm not wasting my time making these videos. Hopefully it does help somebody in IT. All right. So how do you know if it's working? So basically you go into SQL tools, you go into SQL server management, and it should work. It should just open up right away. If it doesn't open up right away, you're missing something. The install failed. Something else is going on with the application. So, and it does take a while to open. Just keep in mind that this does take a while to open. This is something that requires a lot of resources to open, just like Bloomberg. So you'll have some users that use Bloomberg with SQL software as well. This is why I'm doing this video, because I've seen this in my environment before. I'm not making this up. So this is why I'm going over it. And how do you know this is working? Well, you know, I have the Windows authentication, and it has you to log in. So you probably, now obviously you won't have this information. You may have it, you may not have it. So you got to go into your knowledge base in your company, or you might have to ask your manager, or you might have to ask a server admin or somebody, and they'll give you this information. If they don't give it to you, they'll probably give it to the software developer, and he just logs in on his own. You don't have to do anything. And he said next, 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 and connect. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. So now this is completely done. I'm going to shut down my VM. I'm going to reply back to this. I'm going to say this has been installed. This has been installed. If you have any issues, please let me know. Let me just close out the ticket. And that's pretty much it. That's all the tickets for today. So as always, I hope this video helps you out in some shape or form. And as always, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Destroy that like button for me. I really appreciate it. It does help me out, because if you do hit that like button, it actually basically shows my video more on YouTube. People can see who I am, if that makes sense. And let people know on my channel. I'm always here to help. I will try to help you. Obviously, I got a busy schedule myself. You know, I'm human. You know, but I try to help as much as I can. So hopefully this video helps you out, and let me know if you want me to keep making videos on this. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. All right. Take care. Peace. Later. Thanks for watching.